No, no. Shut up! Shut the f up! Shut up! Will you shut up? Shut up! Shut up!
My name is Thomas and welcome to my garage. Today we are going to learn how to turn off the rear backup sensor for any vehicle ever, and I promise you it is so much easier than you might think. In order to do this properly, you're going to need a few things: electrical tape, a screwdriver, scissors, and zip ties. Step number one, you're going to want to get into your overalls, because you're going to be spending a couple minutes underneath your car. Now if you don't have overalls, you can either put mats underneath your vehicle, or you can just say fuck it like most people, because that's why you have a washing machine. Recently I released a review video of the 2018 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. That's what I'm sitting in the bed of right now, and that's what I'm going to be using to show you how to do this. And in that video, which I'll link somewhere around here-ish, I mentioned one of the cons with the car, and that's maybe it's just this specific vehicle, or maybe it's just the default with them, but when I put it in reverse randomly and every now and then, even if nothing was behind me, the beeping would go off, and it was just the most annoying thing in the world, which I'm sure you guys can imagine. Shut up! And if you're watching this video, I'm sure you agree with me. So let's get to how to turn this damn thing off. So in most vehicles, they're going to look like these dots on the back of the bumper. There's going to be two on each side. In my case, it wasn't the rear bumper that I put on here that started causing the random beeping. This was put on after the random beeping started happening. But this video is especially going to go for anybody who has something like this on the back, because this frame right here will most likely get picked up by the sensors. So once you get underneath your vehicle, this here being just behind the license plate, you'll come over and you'll see that these right here are the plugs for where those sensors get attached on the other side of the bumper. They obviously draw their energy from these wires here, and because there's two on each side, they're going to be attached together. If you follow this wire all the way down, it should lead you to some kind of harness, just like this one here. Now, if you don't have a harness like this somewhere close to the back of your vehicle, you will need to cut these wires here if you really know you never want this sensor working again. But if you have a harness like this, which you probably will, all you need to do is detach this. So on the front here, it's quite easy. All you have to do is slide the harness off of the mount that's on the metal. Grab something that you can poke the small square on the front with, and then simply press it in and pull down the harness. And it should separate just like this. Now before you do anything else with the wires in the back, get into your car, turn it on, pop it into reverse, and then back up close to something where you know the sensor would go off, just to make sure that everything is working the way that we want to. As you can see here, I'm unbelievably close to that bench and no beeping is going off. Also in this vehicle, if you were to press this button after you turn on the vehicle, it would turn off the sensor just for that one time that you reverse, and then it would reset itself on your next trip. As you can see, this light is on. No matter how many times I push it, the computer recognizes that the harness is being detached and the system has been shut off. I wish it was as easy as just pressing and holding this button for a few seconds to turn it off until you want it to come back on again, but no, it's one of those things where you have to do it every single time. And the good thing is that this light will only be on when you're reversing, so you won't even notice it. If you're in drive or any other gear, it won't be on at all. Now that we know we've achieved what we've wanted from this, we can now prepare the car to stay this way. Keeping in mind, obviously this will be different for every vehicle, because not every vehicle will be exactly like this in the back. You'll want to take some electrical tape and start wrapping this guy all the way around, nice and snug, to make sure no water, snow, dirt, and all that fun stuff is gonna get into this harness, just in case we want to do this in reverse in the future. Once you know that there's no openness for this relay, you can go ahead, cut off the electrical tape, and seal that guy nice and snugly shut. We're now going to do the same thing with this piece right here, and then do the other side. Once you've done this to both sides, you can then use zip ties to make sure that the wires are hidden appropriately and mounted properly. Right here I already have some zip ties there and there, so I believe that this is safe the way it is. I don't need to use these zip ties, but just in case your vehicle's a little different, this will never hurt. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to our small but growing family. Click here or here for some cool other videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.